Alright guys, in this lesson we're going to be adding together our units. Sometimes you'll have the same units like hundreds and hundreds, tens and tens, thousands and thousands, but sometimes you won't have the same units. Also, sometimes we're going to add these units together and they're going to make larger units. So here we want to start off with 100. So over here I'm going to draw 100. Plus, so remember that wants me to add 9 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, when we add 1 plus 9, you'll notice that together we make a bundle of 10. So right now that equals 10 hundredths, which is equal to, if we made a bundle of 10, 1,000. So we had to go up a place value. And when we write that in standard form, it just looks like 1,000. Alright, so here for B, now we're starting off with 6 tens. So I'm going to draw 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It wants us to add 12 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. Well, if you draw in your 5 group drawings, it's very easy to see that we already have one bundle of 10. And 10 plus 6 is 16. Plus 2 more is 18. So we have 18 tens. Well, now we know that this 10 can be named a larger unit. We can move this to our hundredths place and make 100. So now we have 100 and we have 8 tens. So I'm going to write that. I now have 100 and 8 tens. Well, what is that in standard form? Well, I know that 100 and then 8 tens is 80. So it is 180. And you can see that because we also have 0 ones. This lesson should be pretty easy for you guys. Alright, next up, we're working in our thousands. So we have 7 thousands. So in my thousands, I'm going to write 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it wants us to add 10 thousands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, this is really easy. What is 10 plus 7? 17. So right now we have 17 thousands. But we know that this 10 can be bundled and be named a larger unit, which is our 10,000. So now we have 1 10,000 and we have 7 thousands. So 1 10,000 and 7,000, and that is equal to, well, if I have 1 10,000, 7,000, and then 0 0 0, we know that that is 17,000. Alright, that was the easy part. The back is going to be a little bit more difficult, only because now we don't have the place value chart and we're going to have to think about what unit is it going to move up to. So here we have 8 plus 2. Well, I know that 8 plus 2 is 10. And it's in the unit of tens. Well, if I have 10 tens, then that means I have to bump up this next unit to the next place value. So instead of tens, that would be 100. And in standard form, that would be 100. The next one, I have 6 plus 9, and I know that 6 plus 9 is 15. And we're in the hundreds. Well, in 15, we make 110. Well, where does that 110 have to move to? It's going to have to bundle and move to the next place value. Well, what's the next place value after hundreds? Thousands. So now I have 1,000 and 500. In standard form, that would be 1,500. And lastly, I have 5 plus 12. 5 plus 12 is 17. And it's in the place value or unit of thousands. How many tens are in 17? Well, we have 110. So basically, we have to bundle this 110 and move it to the next place value. When we move this 1 to the next place value, what will the 1 now become? Well, it would become 10,000. So we have 1 10,000 and we still have 7 thousands. So if we have 1 10,000 and 7 thousands, what would that be in standard form? That would be 17,000. All right, a little review from yesterday. Remember, when we divide, we want to go down in place value. So if we're starting in hundreds and we go down in place value, where are we going to end up in? We would end up in tens. Well, how many tens? 2 tens. And I can check that because 200 divided by 10 is equal to 20. And 20 is 2 tens. All right, now I have 10 times as many as 500 is. So here I have multiplication, which means I need to go up in place value. If I'm in the hundreds and I go up in place value, where are you going to land at? The thousands. Well, how many thousands? We would have 5, and that would be equal to 5,000. Again, you can check that because 10 times 500 equals 5,000. All right, now this one's a little bit different. So we have 7,000 is equal to 10 times something. So really, if we have a missing part here, what could we do instead of multiplication? We could do the opposite, which is divide. So if we divide, we're going to go down in place value. So if we're in the thousands, we're going to go down to the hundreds. How many hundreds? 700. So that would be equal to 700. And it makes sense because 10 times 700 is 7,000, or if you had 7,000 divided by 10, that would equal 700, whichever way. All right, tell me what your percentage is and I'll give you directions.